Hey, sorry about that. It's Big C, the Bear Calling Nation, and I am out here doing another life as it happens. This time on my Mac. Yeah, I'm doing different thing. By the way, I'm hating my hair right now. It's too long. Now I know that sounds weird. Well, first, let me talk about why I'm doing this. I've been struggling with how to use the video channel here. I like it. I want to use it more. Um, I really love what videos do for people, and it's just quick and easy and dirty. And I like the limitation. Limitation on YouTube is 10 minutes, maybe a little more, but roughly about 10 minutes. And thanks to Dave Avila of the Jen and Day Show, I started doing them directly to YouTube instead of recording with my high def camera. I don't know, this is the built-in MacBook Pro camera that's from 2006. So it's probably not high def, but it's probably good enough. Probably better than the netbook I was playing with in the last video. Today, no child endangerment. My kids are gone for the day with their mom doing stuff. Had a great day. It's been a wonderful day in Georgia. 70 something degrees. I had fans in the windows. I slept until 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. I don't know. I slept late. I've been really tired all of the time lately. And that comes from what I want to do with the videos, partially. Uh, what I want to do with the videos is talk about what I never hear anybody talk about. For me, I get inspired to do the video when I don't have anywhere else to meet a need in my life. The talk show that I do, Bear Calling Nation Live, every Thursday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, ustream.tv is where you'll get the live feed. It's also a podcast you can find on bearcallingnation.com. That lets me talk about pretty much everything in my life, from personal struggles to relationship issues with my wife to raising my kids to talking about politics and disasters in the world. It lets me talk about everything. It's talk radio. Mental attitude means talk radio. I can be funny if well, I think I'm funny. I can come off with lines. I can entertain, and I can be real and honest. So for a while there, it felt like I couldn't be totally real and honest. I couldn't deal with the spiritual side of my life. I couldn't deal with um, I don't know. I just did certain things didn't feel right. And so I was doing the Life as It Happens, where I could talk about my work with Ricky and our Morning Mon and the Tortuga Twins and different things like that. I could, coming off of a show, if I felt like I didn't express my opinion, right? And one of my favorite videos that I did here was, it's okay to feel like you're not okay. It's okay to be dark and brooding and feel like the world's on top of you. And that's a message that we don't seem to get a lot. And that came directly off of a live show that I did. I like to share what I'm doing with life, but I don't want you to just watch my life so much that I'm here showing you everything I do with my kids. And, some of that's fun. Some of that you want to see. But I get inspired to do these videos when I can't talk about things on my show. There's a small percentage of people who want to talk about the business of podcasting. There's a small percentage of people that want to hear about the numbers, that want to hear about the struggles of podcasting, the behind the scenes, if you will, of what I do. I found a home with the other side of live, because I do the Bear Calling Nation Live. I run, by the way, if you've never watched my videos, you don't know who I am. I run the Bear Calling Nation. That's bearcallingnation.com. We are a home of, well, it's a business really, but I'm trying to tackle the business end of podcasting and let my producers do their thing. We have, I can't remember the count now, I don't want to bore you with the count right now, but we have 6 or 7 shows produced by 5 podcasters. And it ranges from all different types of media, from talk radio, of myself, which is self-help radio meets news, meets metal attitude, meets comedy. It's kind of like a conglomerate. It's everything. I'm brutally honest with a human connection. That's what we do in the Bear Claw Nation. Then there's From the Edge is on hiatus, but that was a police officer in his car just venting his view of the world, one man's view of the world from the edge. We're producing an audio drama with zombies. You got more of a standard AM radio talk show in the Road Show, where it takes issues and stuff going on in the day, and talking about that, or talking about movies, but more of the banter that you hear on afternoon talk radio on AM. a history show that may or may not be on hiatus, about a fictional audio show where the producer has people read fictional stories that mean something to him, that has that connection, and goes on. And of course, the other side of live is the live help, self-help talk show, which is more the positive. I will say the Bear Calling Nation live takes a more darker edge because that's the side I live on. That's the other side of life for me. That's the side everybody seems to be Oprah or want to be, positive. It's self-help means being positive and bright. I don't think so. Not for me. Self-help means I embrace that I'm living in the darkness. Self-help means it's okay to feel depressed. It's okay to recognize that you are in the darkness. It's okay to recognize you're in a shit part of your life. That's where it starts. Now, that's not to say you want that all the time. And yeah, you need positive. There's been many times I've talked about that I needed somebody just to say, it's okay. I've been through the darkness. Here's a brighter side of life. That's why the other side of life works. And I produce that show. I wouldn't count myself as a co-host, but our Morning Mon hosts that show and ask me questions from time to time. But I try not to talk too much. And then the podcast, the other side of life, is the chasing and catching your dreams. The people who live outside of the office, the people who followed their passion and found ways to make money at it, or at least are chasing their passion, whether they're making money or not. I find places to express myself in all these areas. I co-host a roadshow, so I can talk about movies and games and life and talk about different issues that it's a whole different vibe than the other side of live, or a different vibe than the Bear Calling Nation live. But what I can't talk about is the thing I need to talk about is the business of podcasting, and that's what I think I want to do with the videos. And this will apply to every level of podcaster, be it, you're cracking in and you're just starting a podcast and you don't know what you're doing. And I'll answer questions. Email me, bearcrawling@gmail.com. 206-666-5458 is a voicemail number. If you've got podcasting specific questions, I'll tell you what equipment I'm using. I'll tell you how I got where I am. It doesn't matter to me as much about that. But if you want to know technical stuff, I'll tell you technical stuff. I'll give you advice on anything. But I think this channel is going to appeal to people who do shows, who want to get into podcasting, who want to get into media. And that's what I'm going to talk about on the Life as It Happens. I don't know if I'm going to rename it. If you got a better name, let me know. I think Life as It Happens probably is going to go to the wayside, or maybe be a dual thing in here. I'm not on my this is my video channel. It's not necessarily the Life as It Happens channel. It's the Bear Crawling channel. So I want to talk about what I want to talk about. And right now, I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated with numbers. And I know the major advice is you don't focus on numbers, you don't focus on numbers. But there is something to be said about numbers. Numbers are a good sign of growth. You know where you started. You know where you are. Interaction is better, but see, that's the other thing I'm frustrated. I'm not getting interaction. I'm not getting voicemails. I'm getting some tweets from Zachman. Zachman is hitting me up with stuff from older shows, and I try to interact with him. Some people are making comments on Facebook, but not very many. And I'll be honest with you, as a podcaster, we need that. That's way better than numbers. But when your interaction starts dropping off, when you're not getting the emails, you're not getting the phone calls, you're not touching people's lives enough to get them to do something. And now my numbers are dropping too. And you got to go, what am I doing wrong? What's changing? And so right now on Facebook, if you'll go to facebook.com/Bear Calling Nation for the month of March in 2011, we have a poll up that lets you answer that easily and anonymously. You can be anonymous about it. What is it that we could do better? What is it that we can get you to help you share the whole nation or the live show? What is it? And specifically for my show, it's for the live show, but it will be applied. As I learn stuff, it's applied across the board where it's effective. I'm frustrated. I mean, I love doing what I do. I love talking, but I also love managing and moving and doing the business of podcasting. So yeah, this is going to be about podcasting here from now on, pretty much. You'll get some happy moments. You'll get some family moments. You'll get some fun stuff of life as it happens. But for the most part, I want to talk about numbers. I want to talk about the business. I want to talk about stuff that's not entertaining to a huge audience, I want to talk about the stuff that you need to know. bearcrawlgmail.com.